Appreciate it. With me now is Congressman Ted Lieu, Democrat from California, whose district includes parts of Los Angeles, dealing with these fires. Congressman Lieu, thank you so much for joining me. Our hearts, our thoughts are with you all there in Los Angeles.
Thank you, Kristen. And my heart goes out to all the folks who have been affected by these fires. Well over 12,000 structures have been destroyed. At least 10 people have died. And I personally know a number of people who have lost their homes. I am thankful for the first responders who are working every hour to keep us safe.
Yeah, absolutely. And Congressman, I'm wondering if you can update us on the very latest that you are seeing, that you are hearing as firefighters continue to battle these blazes, and tens of thousands still haven't been able to go home yet.
Over 8,000 personnel are involved in fighting these fires at all levels. We've got 991 fire engines, 40 helicopters. So this is a massive effort, but it's very difficult to tame Mother Nature, especially with high winds. And we're going to have some more high winds, not as high as we had before, but they're going to recur over the next few days. So we're not out of this yet. And I'm very thankful for all the first responders, as well as for FEMA that has come in, and people can sign up right now for disaster assistance by going to disasterassistance.gov or downloading the FEMA app.
Do you feel confident, Congressman, that California has the resources right now that it needs to fight these fires?
We have resources that's being helped from other states as well and other parts of California. There's a lot of mutual aid happening. So I want to thank all the first responders, not only from Southern California, but from all of California, as well as states bordering California and even states not bordering California. So this is a massive effort, but these are huge wildfires, and some of them have happened during very high winds, and there is really nothing any of us can do when you have 100-mile-per-hour winds blowing fire embers miles and miles and miles away.
Yeah, there's no doubt this is unprecedented in size and scope and strength, and certainly in terms of the damage that it has wrought. I want to ask you about this water issue. I don't know if you just heard me talking to Morgan Chesky about this. He made a really important point. It's a complicated issue. The fact that, as you say, the winds are blowing 100 miles an hour, it's arguable that nothing could have done a better job at trying to slow these fires. At the same time, we have talked to firefighters who've expressed frustration when they get to a pump and it's out of fire or it doesn't have the right pressure. What is your take on that issue? And what do you think can be potentially improved upon in the future, if anything?
We absolutely should have an investigation of what happened with the water system. Now, at the same time, I think it's also true that no water system was designed to fight so many large simultaneous wildfires. But we do need to have an investigation to see what can be done better in the future. And it's my hope that in the meantime, we're able to get the water pressure to all these different places to continue fighting the fires where they're needed.
And I should say, as we're having this conversation, Governor Gavin Newsom just called for an independent investigation as well into the matter. Let me ask you big picture. Yesterday, we heard President Biden vowing that the federal government will pay for the fire response, 100% of it, he says, over the next 6 months. He's, of course, about to leave office in the next 10 days. Are you confident that that will still happen once this new president, this new Congress gets going?
I sure hope so. And people who have lost their homes are Republicans, they're Democrats, they're non-voters, they're voters, they're all sorts of different people. So Mother Nature doesn't really care what party you're with before she strikes. And this happens all across America with different kinds of natural disasters. And I think what we should do as a federal government is help people who are victims of natural disasters, regardless of where they might live.
You know, Congressman, in the past, President-elect Trump has threatened to withhold aid to California when you were dealing with wildfires. Are you concerned that that could happen again, that history might repeat itself?
I am concerned. I do know that when the president gets inaugurated on January 20th, he doesn't get inaugurated as president of one party. He gets inaugurated as president of the United States of America. That includes all 50 states. And I hope that he honors that commitment to help all 50 states.
And just, Congressman, finally, what is your biggest concern over the next 24, 48 hours?
My biggest concern is that we don't have any more deaths and no more structures that are destroyed. Also to help people who have evacuated. Folks from my district have evacuated. I visited the Westwood Recreation Center in terms of looking at what they're doing. And I do want to thank the American Red Cross, the Salvation Army, and so many nonprofits who are involved in helping the victims of this disaster. And again, people should sign up right now at disasterassistance.gov to get assistance from FEMA in the short term.
All right, Congressman Ted Lieu, thank you so much for joining us. And again, our thoughts will continue to be with you and your constituents in these coming days and months. Appreciate your joining us.
Thank you, Kristen.
Thank you. And joining me now is Section Chief